Okay. I just want to talk to your mom really quick. Sure. So.
She speaks Spanish, so she's kind of knowing English.
Oh, she doesn't speak that much English?
Yeah, so I can translate.
Okay. Is Kevin a good kid?
Dice que si soy un buen niño.
This video is brought to you by Antline Audio, creators of the Mod Mic, the boom microphones that can be attached to almost anything you want. Take your favorite pair of headphones, VR headset, or whatever else you fancy, find a flat surface to attach the magnetic base to, and instantly turn it into a sound recording peripheral. The Mod Mic comes in 3 different versions, the wireless, USB, and universal 3.5mm. All the audio in this pre-roll is actually being recorded by the Mod Mic wireless, and this is all the way over in my echoey bathroom. This is raw and unedited. It hasn't been altered in any way, so this is the high quality sound that you can expect from Mod Mic. If you're interested in this or any of the other products that they have to offer, definitely check out the links in the description below. But other than that, back to the video. Hey, what's up everyone, Danny here. I recently received an email from a viewer asking if I could help them build a computer and sell it to them. Normally, I don't accept these requests because there's just way too many people asking for it, and a lot of times, you know, the good deal and price performance would be gone if I had to tack on like a service fee for my time spent finding the parts, building the PC, and then testing it. And then I also have to tack on the cost of shipping it, and shipping a computer is stupid expensive. At that point, like if you're building like a $300-400 PC build, and then you have to spend like another $100 to $150 after like the fees and shipping it, then it's not like a good price performance computer anymore. The point of the channel is to teach them to build it themselves. That's the goal with it. But this viewer actually lives a couple of towns down from me. He's only like 20 or 30 minutes away. And I decided, you know what? I'm actually gonna try this once and see how it goes. The viewer is actually 14 years old, so he's kind of younger, and I told him I would only build him this PC and sell it to him if he showed me his grades and he got good grades. So yeah, let's get into this video. So the viewer's name is Kevin, and he agreed to show me his report card, and I asked him to bring it to the meetup. He originally approached me with $300 asking if I could build him something at that price point, and I told him I could build him something that could game pretty well at $300, but it's gonna be pretty old and it's probably gonna be limited in terms of if you wanted to upgrade in the future. The prices due to the pandemic and inventory, both new and used, it's kind of shifted right now. So for $300, the best bang for buck thing would be to get a pre-built, slap a new power supply in if needed, and like the fattest graphics card you can. Assuming the CPU is already pretty good, like a 2nd, 3rd gen i5 or i7, or if it's a Xeon platform, one of those. But I told him if you can get up to $400, you will have options down the line if you want to upgrade. So he agreed, and then I went on to looking for parts. So now we're gonna go over the parts that I found. First off is the processor. Now, I really wanted to get a Ryzen 5 processor into this build, but I just could not find one for a low enough price. The Ryzen 5 1600AF at $85 would have been perfect, but we haven't seen those in stock or at that price. They're either always out of stock or they're like priced up to like 120 bucks or something like that, brand new. So I had to back down to a Ryzen 3 and actually went with the 2200G for $50. I would have gone with a Ryzen 3 1200 if I could find one. There's none in my local used market. There's someone actually buying all of them up in my used market. They have a post up saying they're buying all Ryzen processors and all like mid low end GPUs. So I think someone around me is like doing like a massive building and flipping operation, because I couldn't find any used parts except for this 2200G for 50 bucks. So we're gonna start off with this, and it will have room because it's gonna be on the AM4 socket to upgrade down the line. For the motherboard, I actually had this motherboard on hand from when I bought it from Newegg's open box deals a while ago, and I never used it. But this is the MSI B350M Pro VDH. It is on the B350 chipset, which were the first gen of AM4 motherboards. But I don't think that's an issue at all, really, because the BIOS can be updated, and I know for a fact right now this supports up to Ryzen 3000 processors. I don't know if it's going to have support for Ryzen 4000 series, but at the $400 price point, I'm not sure if you should be expecting that. This came in at around 45 bucks. I actually bought this for I think 60 bucks, but I'm going to knock the price down to 45 just because I bought it a while ago and there is some depreciation, even though this is basically brand new. For cooling, I'm going to use this, which came with the 2200G. It's just a stock AMD cooler. I don't think we should spend any additional money at this budget on a cooler when that stock cooler works just as fine. So for RAM, we have 16 gigabytes of HyperX Fury at 3200 megahertz. This motherboard can actually support up to 3200, so that's good. We can fully utilize the speeds here. This was $65, which is pretty much the going price for RAM right now. For the graphics card, we went with what I think is the best graphics card for this price range. Is this the 480 or 580? I forget. I gotta look again. This is the RX 480, and I got this for $90 after tax and shipping, which isn't too bad. This is a single fan model, but it actually runs pretty quiet. I wasn't going for like a top end model where I would have to pay a premium for just for like a better cooler and slightly better overclocks. I think even if you don't overclock this card, it performs really well. And at $90, I don't think you can get that much better of a deal for it. 470s, 570s, 480s, 580s, they've all kind of gone up in price. When I was looking, this was by far the cheapest one, and I didn't mind, you know, running it at stock to get like a $20 discount, because some of the other ones, especially the ones with nicer coolers, those were starting at around 100, maybe 110. So after tax, that would have pushed up to like 120. For the power supply prices have been horrible, so definitely went with the used one, but not just any used one. This is an EVGA B stock 600 80 plus white power supply. I've used this on the channel a lot, and man, these have gone up in price over the years. They've slowly been increasing the price. At one point they're at 30 bucks, and I think now these go for $35 on B stock if you can get them. So $35, and there's tax on that. It was the cheapest option that I can find, and for a $400 build, this is kind of the best deal that you can do for it. For storage, this system is gonna have a SSD and hard drive combo. So for the SSD, this is a 250 gigabyte Western Digital Blue. Everything else is gonna go on this right here, which is a 2 terabyte 7200 RPM HP drive. I think it was a data center pool or something along those lines, because this is used, but I did scan it with Crystal Disk Info, and there's no bad sectors or anything like that. Everything right here so far sums up to, I believe, $350 if I did my math right. So the last thing is the case, which with his $400 budget, we have around $50 left for the case, and I was just gonna get him whatever tempered glass case I could for 50 bucks. But AeroCool reached out to me and asked if I had any projects where I could use their cases, and I thought, you know what, this project would be perfect for that, because I actually want to help Kevin save as much money as possible. So we're at $350. If they can provide a case, I can pass the savings along to him, and we don't have to spend that last $50. So that's exactly what they did. So this case was actually provided by AeroCool, and it's their AeroCool Aero 1. Alright, so here is the case itself. So the tempered glass does have a metal lip on it, so that's good. So it's not like those cases with the 4 thumb screws that's like drilled right through the glass. So it does slide off nicely with this metal lip here. 4 RGB fans, so there's 1 in the exhaust here, and then 3, oh it's so dark you can't see, but 3 in the front. And it does have this mesh grill in front of it, power supply basement right here. About an inch in the back for cables. The only thing I guess I wish I would have seen on here are maybe some like grommeted holes. And the PCI brackets back here are breakaway. So I guess they must have done that to save some cost. It has a really unique front inlet design. There's like this carbon fiber lip, and then in between that there's actually ventilation holes, so for air to go through as well. This is definitely one of the more unique looking cases that I've worked with. If you want more information on this case, I'll have the information down below. But other than that, I think I am going to start building this. So let's get to the build montage in 3, 2, 1. So the build is done and ready to go. I need to install Windows on this real quick, and then I'll install the graphics drivers as well as anything else that might be needed. The Arrow 1 was really easy to build in. Plenty of room behind the motherboard tray. Power supply shroud makes it really easy to hide all the extra cables since the power supply I used was not modular. The motherboard I used is actually not it doesn't have addressable RGB headers, which are the 5-volt 3-pin ones. It only has the 12-volt RGB headers, which only gives you solid colors at a time. But the Arrow 1 does have a control hub on it, which I am using right now, which is how I'm getting the RGB effects. And the reset button can be routed to that so that it can be controlled. So there are a bunch of built-in effects. Like I'll cycle through a couple of them now. There's a bunch of them. They all look pretty nice, and there's even solid colors if you want. Let me get to that real quick. But yeah, there's solid red, solid yellow, solid green, teal, blue, pink, white. But I'm gonna keep it on the RGB. I'm just gonna run a few games and Cinebench and stuff just to show the kind of gist of the system performance and to make sure there's no issues. But yeah, 1, 2, 3 benchmarks. So it's the morning of selling the PC. The good thing about today is the weather is beautiful. Like, check that out. Not even a single cloud in the sky. So that's good because I hate it when it's like cloudy out or even raining when I do these deals out of the back of my trunk. That's not a good time, but weather's great. So I'm gonna get this PC packed up, and then oh yeah, the benchmarks ran fine, as you should have seen, because I should have posted it before this section. So it runs well, and yeah, I'm gonna get it packed up now and then get ready to head out. I've got a first-person view camera right here. I'm trying this out, seeing how it works out. I didn't want to wear the chest strap for it, so I'm doing the backpack shoulder strap mount. So I'm pretty serious about having him bring his report card. Like, I'm not gonna sell the computer if he doesn't bring it. And the reason why is because school, regardless of how you feel about like what they teach you in school and like how useful the topics or subjects are after the fact, because I will admit, like, I don't remember 90% of the stuff I learned in high school. All the subjects that I don't use on a daily basis, like US history and I don't know, like biology and stuff, chemistry, I don't use that stuff. But I think the importance of school is teaching you kind of like discipline and responsibility, being able to be on time for something, to be consistent at something, and to study. It teaches you to learn. You gotta have a plan B, even if it's not your main thing that you're trying to do for the rest of your life. At least a high school diploma. Like, I can agree if you don't want to go to college just because of how stupid expensive it is, and I don't necessarily agree with how we have colleges set up in the US anyways, with how much debt you would have to get in just to attend. And then people coming out of college, depending on what degree they got, they might not even be able to get jobs. So then they end up at like minimum wage, entry-level jobs that they could have gotten without a college degree. But yeah, that's my whole spiel about you know, education and why I want to see this Kevin's report card. Just to make sure that, you know, he's doing pretty good in school. All right, we are at the Home Depot. Sound sync. Okay. And now we just wait. Oh, I need to put my mask on. I just realized. Oh, I think it's them.
Hi.
Hey, Kevin. Nice to meet you. So those are your grades from the most recent year, right?
Yeah, from this one.
Okay. Is there 6 subjects?
Yeah.
So that's 3. You had 3 A's.
Except one of them doesn't count because they show me like English.
Okay.
So it's yellow.
It's like 3 A's and 3 B's.
Yeah.
Those are actually pretty good grades. Good job, man. So let's take a look at the computer. Do you have all your peripherals and stuff ready to go?
I have a mouse, keyboard, and I have a monitor. This is like my first time, so I'm getting kind of excited.
What's up? This is your first computer?
Yeah.
I'll show you pictures of it too because we can't power it up here. But so here's the build.
Oh, that looks, oh my god, that looks so good.
It's got a RX 480 in it, 16 gigabytes of RAM, so you're good on that. You have both a solid state drive and 2 terabytes of storage.
Yeah.
What kind of games do you like to play?
I kind of like playing like Minecraft, Warzone, and Rainbow.
Warzone, that thing is like 200 gigs plus now.
I know.
You'll probably have to put that on the hard drive because the SSD is 240. So I don't think Warzone's like bigger than that now. So or that with the operating system. For the processor, you have a it's a Ryzen 3, but because it's on the AM4 platform, later on you can upgrade it to like Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7 if you want.
Alright.
Did you have any questions at all?
No, that looks good, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 400, right?
Yes, it is 400.
Here, I think this is 400.
Okay.
You can check.
Okay, so let me see this. So, 2.
100.
So this is 400. Okay. Yeah, let me pack this back up for you.
Yeah.
After I bought the parts and stuff, I was kind of like, when you said you didn't have all the money, I was afraid that you were gonna like back down.
Sorry, it took me a long time because I had to work with my mom. So like.
Did she help you with this money or?
She gave me almost like half of my money, 200, yeah, because I went working with her.
Okay, gotcha.
For a few weeks, so that's why it took me long.
What do you do?
She cleans houses. So she cleans like 1 or 2 houses.
Okay.
Yeah, except on Sunday and Saturday.
Okay. I just want to talk to your mom really quick.
Sure.
So.
She speaks Spanish, so she kind of knows English.
Oh, she doesn't speak that much English?
Yeah, so I can translate.
Okay. Is Kevin a good kid?
Dice que si soy un buen niño.
Yeah.
He does good in school and everything like that?
Si voy bien en la escuela y eso.
Yes.
I want to sell him the computer only if he's like, you know, good and doesn't have any issues.
Solo me la va a vender si no tengo ningún problema o algo así en la escuela o en persona.
Oh, no.
Okay, so he's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna give you some of the money back depending on your grades, but you said you had 3 A's and 3 B's, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give you back 100 for each A, so that's 300. And then for the rest of the B's, I'll give you back the rest of the 100. Your grades are really good. I'm really surprised. I wasn't expecting when you showed your report card to have that good of grades. So I want you to have this computer and then use that money either help your mom out, or if you're going to upgrade your computer down the line, you can do that. So you just have to promise me you're going to keep doing good in school.
Yeah.
And another deal I'll make with you is if you can get straight A's, so no B's.
Yeah.
Straight A's or A minuses, I'll upgrade your computer in a year at the end of the next school year.
Right.
So you can email me back, say, hey, I'm going to show the grades.
Dice que como tenía buenos grados y como se llama, me quiere dar el dinero de la computadora gratis y el dinero de regreso. Y dice que si el otro año, que si tengo buenos bien grados pura A, y como se llama, que me va a arreglar la computadora, hacerla aún más mejor.
Oh, thank you so much.
For sure, no problem.
Welcome.
All right, yeah, I just want you to keep doing good in school, okay?
Yeah.
And then after that, you can play all the games you want. But
thank you,
Ay, dile que voy a checar y le voy a avisar.
Dice she's gonna check and then she's gonna tell you.
okay, yeah, definitely. Keep him, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, let's get you this PC so you can get home and playing games. Okay.
It can fit there.
Oh yeah, no problem. So let me know if you have any problems with the PC or if you need any help with anything. We're gonna have to put it on this side like this, so just be careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, here, give me 1 second. So keep doing good in school,
Yeah.
and then we can hand sanitize after the fact, just
try.
because, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
for sure, no problem, man.
Yeah, I would try my best to get A's next time.
Dude, get all A's. I'll upgrade your processor and graphics card, okay?
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Kevin seems like a good kid. Hopefully he does continue to keep his grades up, or strive to anyways. Even if he doesn't like meet getting the straight A's for that deal I made at the end there, at least he's pushing for it and doing, if he can, slightly better than what he had now, which was 3 A's and 3 B's, which is pretty good. I'll see if I can get it to show on the screen right here, his grades. But he could, if he wanted to, upgrade the CPU right now, because I know people in the comments are gonna be like, you only gave him a 2200G. Yeah, but he also has 400 bucks now that he could throw in a Ryzen 3700X if he wants to, assuming the VRMs for the board works. But he could also get a new motherboard too. He can do whatever he wants with the money. Hopefully he decides to, you know, be smart and save it and use it wisely. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all, as always, for watching, for supporting the channel, for allowing me to, you know, do these things. Part of the money that goes into this PC is from the money I make from the channel, so it really does help out. Sometimes it comes out of my own pocket money, but I try to reallocate the funds from what comes in from like either sponsors or from ad revenue or things like that into these builds that I do end up giving away. But yeah, let me know your comments on the video down below, and I will see you down there as well as in the next video. Bye.